Hello, my name is Kendall, and welcome to my new show where I explore niche history topics that you've probably never heard of. So, to start things off, what makes me qualified to teach you about history on the internet? Nothing. Literally nothing. I've taken 3 semesters worth of history credits. I am a former history major and anthropology major with a minor in ancient, medieval, and Renaissance studies. I did change everything. I'm not that anymore, but I will always love history till the end of time with my whole heart. So I decided to start this show as a former history major. Today we are going to be talking about the man who formed the ideas and pioneered chivalry and was the first troubadour, William IX of Aquitaine. You may be wondering, if you're not a history major anymore, then what are you? I'm a media production major. I'm a media production major. I love it though. I love it so much. And yeah, I feel like it fits a lot more to what I'm gonna do in my life. I am an actor, and also an acting teacher. So I guess the educational part stays. Yeah, my students call me Miss Kendall. Don't call me that. So what's chivalry? The word gets thrown around a lot today, but it actually originated in 11th to 12th century Europe.
Chivalry was essentially an ethical principle used primarily by knights and noblemen. Chivalry combined martial ethics, courtly manners, and Christian values into one package that set the standards for behavior among knights. It wasn't just some cheesy love language, though. It was a whole moral code for knights, how they should behave in court, in battle, and in relationships. This code of chivalry ended up shaping European values for centuries.
But where did this whole thing come from in the first place?
William IX of Aquitaine was born in 1071 as the eldest son of Duke William VIII and Hildegard of Burgundy, inheriting the titles of Duke of Aquitaine, Count of Poitou. I don't know. Let me, hold on.
Poitou, France.
That, and Duke of Gascony, covering what's now southwestern France. The young William had a childhood filled with courtly expectations. He was trained in all the knightly skills, swordplay, horsemanship, and of course, the art of court diplomacy. William married Philippa of Toulouse, who brought a valuable dowry in the form of territory that added even more power to his rule.
Now let's dive into the Crusades, because yes, like every other European white man in the 11th to 12th century, William attended the Crusades.
William IX took part in the Crusade of 1101, which was a mess. The Crusades, as you probably know, were a series of religious wars launched by the European Christians to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control. While the First Crusade was relatively successful, setting up several Crusader states, the second wave in 1101, where William joined in, was a completely different story. William and his fellow knights, drawn by the promises of spiritual rewards and a chance for some epic battles, marched to the Holy Land. Unfortunately for them, things quickly went downhill. After arriving in Asia Minor, their forces were ambushed by the Seljuk Turks near Heraclea. William's contingent was one of many decimated in this battle, with many knights either killed or captured. William himself barely escaped with his life, returning home with fewer men and probably a lot of regrets. Except one.
After coming home from the Crusades, William came back to his court and wrote songs of poetry and embraced courtly love, and his court became the birthplace of the first ever troubadour. Troubadour.
William was inspired by the culture of the East that he experienced while on the Crusades. There was many works by Ovid that he admired. He began writing his own sensual poems celebrating female beauty and the pleasures of love and loving. William's lyrics, filled with both humor and daring, captured the spirits of his time while pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in both love and religion. His true claim to fame wasn't on the battlefield. It was in the court, where he pioneered the art of the troubadour.
So what's a troubadour? Troubadours wrote and sang songs of chivalry and passion and longing.
William's poetry was all about courtly love, a whole genre of unrequited, dramatic, and often scandalous love songs that knights would perform to impress noblewomen.
And then there's the love story, or rather the scandal, that cemented William's reputation. Meet Dangerosa. Yes, her name is Dangerosa. That's actually what it says in the historical record.
Known as La Mabodion, I don't know. She was the wife of one of William's vassals, but that didn't stop him from starting an affair with her.
Hey!
Dangerosa moved into William's castle, effectively becoming the unofficial Duchess of Aquitaine. This was a full-blown scandal that rocked the court and led to William's further repeated clashes with the church and with the Pope. He just kept writing more poetry, though. He was hosting wild parties and just living his best life. William died in his estate in Pontoise, France in 1127.
Despite this controversy, William's poetry left a lasting legacy in medieval culture and the idea of chivalry. This whole idea that knights long for this woman that they can't have and sing songs and appease this woman that they want. All of that came from William. William the Knight's influence didn't just end with his own adventures in his lifetime. He had children and grandchildren that went on to define the history of Europe.
Most notably, his son, William X, inherited the duchy and passed it down to his daughter, none other than the Eleanor of Aquitaine. Eleanor, who became one of the most powerful and iconic figures of the entire Middle Ages. But that's a story for another video.
Alright, that's episode 1. Thank you for watching, and remember, if I said anything wrong, it's not my fault. I'm a former history major. Also, I got it from these books. Bye!